Have you ever watched your dog notice something moving across the floor and wondered what goes on in their mind? It's one of those moments that feels both ordinary and completely captivating. One second the room is quiet, and the next, a small mechanical intruder hums across the floor, moving on its own, and suddenly your dog is on full alert. That's exactly what happened when I decided to let my dog interact with a robotic vacuum for an entire day. I wanted to see what would actually happen, how my dog would react, and whether it would be chaos, curiosity, or something in between. At first, there was hesitation. My dog froze, head tilted, ears twitching, watching the slow rolling movements with a mixture of confusion and fascination. There's something fascinating about the way dogs process movement that isn't alive yet unpredictable. It wasn't aggression, it wasn't play, it was pure curiosity mixed with caution. I noticed the careful sniffing, the tentative steps, and those little side steps that made the encounter almost dance-like. Every movement seemed calculated, as if my dog was thinking, what exactly is this thing? The first moments were almost comedic. A soft bark, a cautious circle, a hesitant paw swipe, then retreat. Over and over, this push and pull repeated, like a silent negotiation. Each spin, pause, and turn of the vacuum drew attention and reactions. Sometimes my dog would tilt the head and step aside, other times the machine changed direction, triggering a tiny burst of energy or a startled jump. It was mesmerizing to watch as the day went on, patterns began to form. My dog started predicting the vacuum's movements, adjusting position and posture. It wasn't about attacking or defeating it. It was about understanding. Moments of playful interaction appeared too, like gentle paw taps or curious sniffs. Sometimes my dog would chase the shadow the machine cast on the floor, other times it would circle around it as if solving a puzzle. Watching this unfold reminded me how observant dogs are and how much thought goes into even simple interactions. The environment played a huge role. Rugs slowed the machine, creating pauses that my dog eagerly investigated. Corners caused standoffs, where both dog and machine seemed frozen in a silent standoff. Open spaces allowed confident approaches, giving my dog room to explore without risk. Even small obstacles, like a chair leg or a low coffee table, became part of the game, forcing careful navigation and extra attention. It was fascinating to see how quickly my dog adapted, learning the limitations and possibilities of the space. By midday, a sort of truce emerged. The vacuum was no longer a full-blown threat, yet it remained fascinating. My dog would lie nearby. There were still moments of chaos. Sudden turns or unexpected spins triggered barking or leaps backward. Sometimes my dog would bark at the sound of the motor, or a collision with a rug would cause an unexpected reaction. It was a reminder that for dogs, even mechanical objects can evoke instinctive responses. The day became a mix of observation, trial and error, and slowly building confidence. Even simple details made a difference. Sunlight streaming through a window, for example, cast moving shadows across the floor. My dog's ears perked up as shadows shifted along with the vacuum, prompting short bursts of play or cautious investigation. Even small changes in floor texture affected the interaction. Hardwood floors encouraged careful steps, rugs slowed movements and provided comfort, and corners gave the dog something to assess and navigate around. By afternoon, my dog had relaxed further. The mechanical hum had become part of the background, no longer triggering high alert. Playful circling, gentle paw taps, and occasional tail wags were the new normal. I noticed that confidence had grown. What had started as fear or uncertainty had transformed into curiosity, engagement, and a form of entertainment that didn't rely on treats or attention. It was a quiet understanding, a routine forming between dog and machine. This experiment revealed something surprising about dogs and their problem-solving skills. Even in a small apartment, my dog was able to adapt, even small details mattered. The gentle paw tap, the circling around corners, the pause before investigation, they all told a story about learning and adaptation. By the end of the day, it wasn't just about my dog or the vacuum. It was about connection, curiosity, and the subtle rhythms of daily life. The Roomba wasn't an intruder or an adversary. It was an unexpected companion, a puzzle, and a source of engagement. In the end, the battle was never really about domination or fear. It was about understanding, adaptation, and discovery. My dog learned the limits of this strange rolling presence, and I learned how curious, patient, and observant dogs can be. Watching it all unfold was entertaining, insightful, and surprisingly endearing. Even the smallest moments mattered. The pause before a sniff, the gentle paw nudge, the quiet observation from a distance, they all revealed intelligence and curiosity. By watching closely, I realized that even ordinary objects can create extraordinary learning experiences. And in the case of a dog versus a robotic vacuum, it became clear that it's not really a battle at all. It's a story of curiosity, patience, and quiet understanding, a reminder that living with a dog is full of these small but remarkable moments of connection and discovery.